What's up, y'all? You already know who it is. You know it is your boy JP. Comes y'all with another, not necessarily a how-to, but it is a tutorial. Well, I guess it is a how-to. Either way, we're going to talk about the PAC LP6-4. So you're looking at this like, man, what exactly is it? This is a 4-channel line output converter. So I already showed you guys what a LOC does. I also linked some other videos for a 2-channel LOC. But basically, if you have a factory radio and you want to hook up a aftermarket amplifier, then you would use a line output converter. And what it basically does is you take your high level signal speaker wires and you hook them up to this box, and then it gives you a low level signal to where you can run these RCAs straight to your amplifier. But what happens when you want to hook up multiple amplifiers or a 4-channel amplifier? Then you can either use 2 separate LOCs or you can use one 4-channel LOC. So that's what this is, the LP6-4. It shows you exactly, it's a little diagram on the back. You get this. You also get this wire harness right here, because this actually has dual purposes. We're going to talk about both of them. But basically, you get this, you plug it in right there, and for your LOC reasons, just to hook up, get signal to your amps, we would cut this right here. You have your 4 speaker wire pairs, 2 whites, 2 grays, 2 purples, 2 blacks. One will be a solid, one would have a solid color with a black stripe. The solid color is positive, the black stripe is the one that's negative. White is your driver front, gray is your passenger front, green is your driver rear, purple is your passenger rear. A lot of times this is like an audio ground input, so if you get any noise, you can kind of ground that out. If you do it right, I hardly ever use this and barely get any noise. If I went too fast through that, there's also a diagram on here. I'll hold that right there just for a second. Also, it's on the back. But either way, you would hook these up to your signal wires, and then you have your RCAs going to your amplifier. But another reason that you would use this LP6-4 is that in a lot of GM cars or Nissan cars, mainly Nissan, but they're actually, if you have the bose system, then you have low level inputs going from your factory radio or out of your radio, low level outputs coming from your factory radio to your bose amplifier. And so what that does is, if we were to hook up a regular CD player using high level, which is the speaker wires, the coming straight from the radio, aftermarket radio, then it's going to be extremely loud. Like, let's just say your aftermarket radio goes up to 40, then it's going to be like really loud at like 10 or 11. So what we would do is we will run our LP6-4 in line with that, to where we can use our gain adjustments and we can turn it down. So when you actually turn it up to 40, it sounds like what it's supposed to sound like at 40, and it's not blasting at 10 or 9 or something like that. So now, since we know what we're going to actually use this for, we're going to show you how to hook that up. First thing I always do with my LP6-4, and they actually made this for this specific reason, is, well, they made it to where you can open it up. It may be hard to do it with one hand, but I want to, there we go. Take this blue part out for a second, and I'm gonna detach this. If you have some RCAs that don't have like a big jacket around it, not jacket, but the little insulation, then you don't really need to do this, but we are going to take that off. We don't need it. Put that right there. I'll get that back in. We'll just kind of snap that back into place. All right, so now we have more room to put our RCAs in. And next thing we want to do is go ahead and take our plug, and we want to go ahead and plug it inside of our harness on this side. Try and do everything with one hand so y'all can see how to do it. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this right here. All right, so now that we have those cut, we just have bare wire, technically, hanging out the harness side, and we have our RCAs, which are still color coded, the whites, the grays, the greens, and the purples, and we're going to take these and hook them up over here. And for those who say, which ones am I going to hook this up in, we have left, let's see, left front audio, which is going to be our driver front. We're going to put the white one in there. And then you have right front audio, which is going to be the passenger side front. We're going to put the gray one in there. I told you the white and the gray will go to the front. You have left rear sub. We're going to put the green in that one. It's going to be the driver side rear. And of course, process elimination, purple's going in the right rear sub. All right. Those are in pretty good. All right, so just to be clear, to clear up any type of confusion, our factory radio or factory system needs to see those low-level signals, but our aftermarket radio only provides high level. So this is what we're doing. We're going high level from our JVC radio into the LP6-4, and then out of the LP6-4, you will have those low-level signals going to our factory harness. So instead of hooking up this straight to this to where it'll be like super duper loud, we will simply just run this box in line. So we go high level into low level, and then we can actually come here, and it does come with a small little screwdriver, a little small blue one, and we can adjust these gains exactly how we want it for our best listening volume. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up real quick. All right, so JVC into the box. These two were once one harness. I cut them in half, put this harness on this side, our sails on that side, in which it tells you which ones to go in, and they plug in to the harness that plugs in to my car. Pretty much simple. Don't really get no easier than that, but you actually do know exactly why you would use this. So if you guys found any value in this video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, you guys know I will try my best to get to them as soon as possible. Also, the link will be in the description for this box, and even the radio that I'm working on right now is a JVC 750BT. Other than that, man, I love you guys. Any other questions that you have, just make sure you hit me up. Till next time, it's your boy JP signing out. Peace.